Good afternoon, Soul Embodiment Tribe. Bridget Patton here with a message from Spirit, one that I myself may have been avoiding a little bit, just because the topic tends to be a little bit sensitive to some people, and that could be a limiting belief of my own. But I think it would be really helpful to share this message, and that's why I'm on here. So the first thing that I want to talk about in regards to money is our belief systems. So first and foremost, I want everyone to understand that as creators of our own reality, we use spirit, emotions, and energy to create the physical matter in our reality. Thank you, Scott. I'm about to lay it on you. So if you can understand that the physical world is created from our thoughts and the way that we perceive our world. And we set up our own rules and our own anchors at each vibrational level that we're emitting at. So if you think of money and you have judgment around it or you have emotions around it, immediately understand that that is the vibration that you are giving the money. You can choose what vibrational frequency money is going to carry for you, just like anything else in this world. And the way that I learned that this is exactly true is that my horses that I do videos with from time to time, they will respond to an object totally different depending on how I set an intention with it. It could be a candy wrapper that I set on the ground, and if I put fear energy into it, they are going to look at that candy wrapper like it is the jaws of death. If I give it loving energy, they're going to want to go up to that wrapper and they're going to want to see if there's anything good inside. And it's the same thing with money. Money is something in the physical world. It's a tool, something that we use to create in the physical world. But understand that creation begins with our emotions and our feelings and our thoughts and our understanding and our belief systems. So when we use the excuse, and I'm going to say the word excuse, that we can't do something because of money, really the truth is it's a part of ourselves that we aren't ready to explore yet. If there's something that you really desire and you feel that prompting, and then you decide not to do it because of money, and it doesn't matter what it is, it's something that is coming from a place of love that your soul needs, that your spirit connects you with, and then that fear comes up. The fear inside of you is change. It's the change that feeding your soul is going to bring the ego. The ego is used to patterns. And for you to create new patterns for yourself, it can be scary. It can be intimidating, even if it's something that is better than what you already have. So my invitation to you is to stop using money as an excuse. I used to do it myself. And what I've learned working with clients is that I could always feel inside of somebody when there was a little bit of hesitation before we even started talking about money in general. And it could be somebody that's making $1 million a year and there's still attached energy to money. And so what I help people do is weed those belief systems out so that money is something easy to manifest. It's as easy as seeing repeating numbers on the clock, or as easy as seeing your spirit animal show up in a cartoon, or, in the aisle while you're standing in line to buy groceries and you look over and it's on a book sitting next to you. Money is just as easy to manifest as that. And we give it power. We give our power away. And that is how we come into these situations where we just don't even know how to manifest money, and we don't have the money, and there's no money in my bank account, and we create this rule. We create this system inside of us that says we can't have money. And really what it is it's a belief system that needs to be cleared out internally, a part of our light that is ready to be shined, that kind of creates that external reality that you have to keep bumping up against. And it's easier to look before you learn how to make it easier to program yourself. It's easier sometimes to look at something external so that you can battle that and keep battling that, because it keeps you busy, keeps you really busy. And you can keep doing it because free will. Free will. You can decide to use it as an excuse forever, or you can take your power back and you can connect with the universe and say, okay, universe, I know you have my back. I know that 100% of the time when I follow my soul and I follow that love energy, it feels good. And you create that rule for yourself. You create a rule that money feels good because you're attaching that to the universe. And you can decide right now, while watching this video, to start looking at your reality differently. And one way to do that is to set a new rule around money. Quit using it as a prison. Quit using it as a way to suppress yourself. It doesn't have to be like that. I did it myself. And you know what? I wasn't happy. I thought I was happy, but I was only living in an illusion of what I thought happiness looked like. But when you're happy, you can feel it in your body. And if you don't know what happy feels like, and you don't know how to get to that place, then understand you are living in a shell that is not your authentic self. Your authentic self is an extension of Source. Your authentic self is a physical representation of Source standing on planet Earth. And Source is limitless and abundant. So of course you have access to that because you're an extension of it. It isn't a matter of if or when, it's a matter of belief systems. It's a matter of understanding who you really are and holding space for that and not filling your day and your time up with relationships that are false and a career that is false and, habits that are false, that are not you, things that have just been picked up along the way that are now a pattern that we received from our parents, from our mentors that served us at the time. But now it's time to shed those and to let them go and to take your power back. And by taking your power back, you can allow for higher vibrations of Source to come in you and through you. And then you can take action. Feel that sensation and take action. Don't talk yourself out of it. Let yourself move forward so you can continue to expand. Whatever it is, even if it's something as small as buying yourself a candy bar at the store or whatever, you make it something small and remember how good it feels to treat yourself. Program yourself with that energy when it comes to money. That is what will set you free from the chains that money is restricting and smothering and suffering your soul through. And you don't need to do that. You are an extension of Source. You have access to limitless abundance and ideas and creativity. But if you have a belief system that is suppressing you, unless you reprogram it and create a new rule for yourself and you're disciplined with it, you're going to keep battling that external reality. And you don't have to do that. There's another way to connect to Source. And money isn't that. It's a false reality. Money is what you make it. Money is what can either set you free or keep you in bondage, just like anything else in the physical world. Every belief system is either going to fill you with love or it's going to fill you with fear. Those are the two frequencies, one or the other. There's a whole bunch of variations in between, but you're either connected to Source or you're not. And you know what those emotions feel like. It either feels heavy and I can't move, or it feels light and I can fly. And those are the two variations, all in between, of course. But those are the two that I'm going to ask you guys to focus on. If you feel light and I want to do this, and then you think of money and you feel heavy, you've immediately moved into ego and you've immediately moved into a fear-based mentality. Or you could create a new rule for yourself and you can say, I know in my heart and soul that this is something that I need for my expansion. This is something that I need to propel me forward on my journey. And you can create that energy just by that thought and just surrender to it. You don't have to figure out how right now. You don't have to figure out all of the details right now. Those will be shown to you and attracted to you as you move forward with that mentality, with that new belief system. So that opens up the channels for you to receive. So I hope this message goes right to your heart and allows Spirit to just move through you, and that this helps you think a little differently about how you're creating your reality, and that you are limitless and abundant and full of resources. You are resourceful. You're full of source, and you can do this. I love each and every one of you. I do these messages because I know that it helps expand consciousness, and that's what my whole goal is for any of these postings, messages, courses, whatever I'm doing. It's because my entire intention is to help humanity in this transition. And I know that each and every one of you is here for a reason, and that even listening to these videos is shifting your vibration. So you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video.